to the Billionaire Journey Podcast. After this episode, we're just left with 2 episodes to get to the 100th episode, and I'm super excited. Now, after my 100th episode, I plan to do 2 things actually. Number 1, I plan to do this podcast once in a week, and then I would add some podcasts to the premium version, maybe one of the within the weeks, but the podcast will be released once in a week. Secondly, I want to start taking in guests. So if you're listening to this podcast right now, maybe you have an idea to sell, or you have something tangible so that all the people can learn from it. You're welcome. Send us an email at podcast@thebillionairejourney.com. podcast@thebillionairejourney.com. The podcast does not have S, so it's podcast, right? PODCAST, right? At thebillionairejourney.com. And I look forward to seeing you being a guest on our episode. All right. So just tell us why you want to be a guest, and then we'll arrange on how you can get on the episode. All right. So talking about prosperity. Today, I want to talk about prosperity. Prosperity is something that a lot of people, because of their mindset, have not really been talking about, or don't really like hearing about, especially when you tell them you can be rich. But today, when I'm talking about prosperity, I'm not really, referring to money, right? I'm not referring to money. I'm talking about prosperity in all rounds. For example, you should be prosperous in your health. You should be prosperous in your finance, which is what many people associate prosperity to. You should be prosperous in your relationship. You should be prosperous in your career. So when I say prosperity, I actually mean being prosperous in all things, being rich in all things, being wealthy in all things, being successful in all things. And one of the things that has helped me is a concept called the life wheel. So the life wheel is basically you drawing a line. You're drawing like a circle, right? And then you look at your life in different aspects, the different sectors of your life if you are an economy. So let's say you have, your financial life, your career life, your relationship life, your personal development, your health, and just put them, then divide the cycles into equal parts, and then put those things in there. And then you begin to give them percentages, right? And then, so many people, every one of us, we're not perfect. So you never have a round circle, because it's just like a wheel. It's like a tire, right? If the tire is not balanced, it keeps figgling, right? It'll be shaky. So you have to look at your life and say, what aspect of my life do I need to really prosper at this month? Because we're actually moving to a new month, right? We're moving to a new month very soon. And we need to really re-strategize on our lives. Today is the 28th of February, okay? So think about it. What area of your life needs to prosper right now? We have to redefine what prosperity is, right? It's not just about money. There are a lot of people who have money, but they are not prosperous. Like, they are not happy, for instance, right? So I'm not saying you can't have happiness and money. You can have happiness and money, but you need to redefine what prosperity means to you. You understand? And most people who are seeking prosperity that are not happy at the same time are most times people who are comparing themselves with other people, right? So I just want to encourage you today. Seek prosperity. And every form of prosperity starts with a redefined or refined mindset. So that is why I always encourage my friends, my people, my everybody, including podcast listeners, that you should invest in your mind. Read books. Read books. Very important. Okay, so I'm just going to stop here today. I just want to encourage you to redefine prosperity. Refine your life. Refine your mind. Renew your mind. That is the word. That's the word. Renew your mind. Start reading books. I always, recommend this book, As a Man Thinketh. Start by that. The way you think, what you think is what you are. In your health, if you want to become a better person in terms of your health or money, it starts with the way your mind thinks. So today, redefine prosperity. Renew your mind. Your journey to prosperity starts with a renewal of your mind. The journey to prosperity starts with the renewal of your mind. Thank you very much for listening to today's episode, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Bye.